Hey everyone, welcome to Fusion in the 6 Beauty Fix. I'm Jenny and today we will be filming our tutorial on Halloween looks. So as you may know, I love Halloween, and it is definitely one of my most favorite times of the year. And so I've decided that for the month of October, we are going to film different looks from every era. So today's look is going to be the 70s. We're going to focus on specifically the hippie look and what that entailed. The 70s was an era of the love child, the hippie. It also was an era of disco. So what we will show you today is a hippie look, and it's an awesome costume that can be put together very easily. If you have some bell bottoms at home or a nice loose dress, then it'll be great to use. So today we're going to start with that. So for today's look, I would recommend that you always, for any look, and not only for today's, but you always prep your skin so that you wash your face, you exfoliate, and you moisturize. So I've done all of that. I am fresh-faced for you today. This is what I look like when I wake up in the morning. I know that my boyfriend is very lucky. I don't personally like using liquid foundations on a regular. I actually prefer to use airbrush. So I am a huge fan of the Temp2 line, and Temp2 recently came out with a very convenient and easy tool called the Temp2 Air, and it's a portable airbrush machine, and it literally takes me seconds to put on my face in the morning. So for the 70s, I chose to go with my actual skin tone and a little bit darker because, as you can see, I am pale as shit today, and it is only the beginning of fall, but I actually look dead to stay in theme with Halloween. I do this on purpose. I just lose my tan and then look like this. I'm going to actually use today a number 4, which is sand. This is not the color that I wanted to use today, so give me 1 second, and I'm going to use the number 5, which is a beige, and it's just slightly darker than my own tone. I want to give myself a healthy glow. I don't want to look dead for this look, okay? So I'm back. I found number 5, which is the number that I will use today. Number 5 beige in the AirPod. That's the Temp2 AirPod. This is the Temp2 Air Gun. For those of you who don't have airbrush, I know that it's sort of not a common thing that most people use. You could use liquid foundation. I have no issue with it. It's a personal preference. The one that I would recommend is the Urban Decay. I really like their line. I also really like the CC line from a company called Arbonne. I've tried them before. They're fantastic. But needless to say, for today we're going to do the AirPods. So Temp2 is very easy. It has this little nozzle latch thingy, and it just squirted all over me like I got it excited, and it squirted. So I'm gonna clean that up. I couldn't even tell you what it is. What the hell is this called? Who knows? Take that off, that little thing, and then you just pop it right in there, and you turn it on. Oh shit! And that shit went down, and it exploded on me. Wipe that shit right off. You want it on the 2nd speed so it doesn't attack you like that. Okay, so number 2. So we're starting step number 1. In circular motions, spray paint my face. So you let that sit for a couple seconds, you know, take a look at yourself. How does that look? And I'm gonna do another layer just so that, like, I'm really clever, man. Like, I have 0 imperfections. And we're gonna go again. Make sure you get under there, man. You know everyone hates the lines. And that's pretty much it. Like, I don't even know how many seconds that was, but my face is on. You could use this with, like I said, the airbrush, or you can definitely use just a liquid foundation all over, no problem. Anyway, move on to the next. 70s again, it wasn't very defined, contouring, bronzing, all of that, but there is some warmth to the skin, so I will use a little bit of bronzer, very slightly, just to give me a bit of a glow. And we're just gonna spray that around the face. This one smells really good. I don't know why, but the bronzer, oh, it smells like heaven. The bronzer, you get your blush brush, sorry, your bronzer brush, and you just kind of go over your face, not concentrating on contouring any one area like we do now, right? Final step for face is our blush. And when you put on blush, whether it's with your brush or with your airbrush, then you want to smile. Not like that, like not veiny like that, but just like smile. We're done with our face, so our face is on, and this is now, first I'm gonna apply an eye primer. For Halloween, you wanna make sure that it stays on all night and all day, depending on where you add a little bit of prime time to your eyes. Now you can go in with your eyeshadow and start your base. So the Venus color, which is a white pearl, you want to apply on the lid. Don't be afraid to go above into the crease. In the 70s, very free and expressed in terms of eyeshadow, so don't be afraid of color or going higher. I also like to always put in the inner corner a little bit of the white, go underneath, or then I'm gonna go with eyeliner. We can now choose the color that we like for the 70s. You can do greens, blues, teals, anything that's gonna be bright and gonna pop. So I love blues, and I think they would be my best option for me and for my eye color. So I'm gonna mix blue and a little bit of green. So I'm gonna start with my blue base called Morph. And Morph has all these really dark and then some vibrant shades there, okay? And I'm gonna do this blue right here, okay? Add a little bit of the green teal there as well. So now I'll just brush off some of the excess there on the corners, and I have my blue pop. So for that hippie look, I also have a beautiful teal green from Urban Decay, 24/7 it's called. And I'm gonna line the bottom lash on the inside and a little bit on the outside. So my hippie eyes for me would be done. Simple. We're gonna finish with mascara. I love L'Oreal Voluminous, personal preference. Any mascara that's gonna be luscious and give you some volume. I also found this in the US called Show Off Beauty Addicts. Love that as well. I layer my mascara, so I'll start with my Voluminous. Now we want to finish off with our eyebrows. The same Naked Basics eyebrow palette, eyeshadow palette that we started with. I use for my eyebrows. There's like a taupey brown. If you have darker eyebrows, sorry, you can use a little bit of the black and brown. Just mix that together. So brush them It was a softer eyebrow in the 70s, nothing too prominent. Do that. And then we're just gonna follow the natural. Same with the other side. You wanna go up, kind of like the way the hair grows, right? You wanna just do these strokes. Make them kind of soft. Nothing too crazy. Now onto the lips. Organza, it's a color by the brand that we're developing, and it's a waterproof lip liner. So I'm not actually lining the lip. So again, it's just giving it a bit of a stain. So you can use a lip liner and just fill in your lips and then rub it in. You can also use it with a bit of chapstick or balm and it'll help. My lips are super soft. That is our hippie look. And of course, if you really want it to be very Halloween, add some peace signs or some hearts or flowers on your face, and that'll make it all fun. Next, coming up is our hair to match our makeup.